Welcome, friends. Thanks so much for joining me here on Yoga TX. I'm Jen Hillman, and in today's flow, I'm going to be moving you through a full body practice designed to help relieve chronic back pain. So we are going to be starting standing on your mat. Before we begin, go ahead and like this video, leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Then go ahead and roll out your mat, and let's get ready to flow. We'll begin standing at the top of your mat, and I suggest that you start with your feet just a little wider than hip distance apart. Then look down and just check to make sure that your feet are parallel. They're not turning out or turning in slightly, or one foot is more forward than the other. We really want to balance out through the feet. Then as you draw your inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky, reaching your body nice and long. Then as you exhale, we'll go ahead and fold your body down. Now you can bend your knees here as much as you need to feel your upper body relax. So if you need to take a generous bend into the knees, go for it. Just let yourself soften into this forward fold. Then we're going to begin to shift your weight side to side, exploring a little movement in the legs. Just let yourself rock from right to left and notice how it feels in your hips, in your legs, and in your back. See if you can let your head really relax and fold down towards the earth. As you rock side to side, just explore what this movement has to offer you today. When you feel ready, you'll slowly begin to make your way back to center, gently folding down over your legs. See if you can soften into a little bit deeper fold here. Then we're going to circle your hands behind your back, interlacing your hands behind you. Squeeze your palms together, then root down through your legs. Then we'll slowly begin to lift your heart, lifting through your chest. And see if you can stretch your fists up away from your hips. Take a deep breath in right here. And as you exhale, slowly let yourself fold down over your legs, bringing your arms and hands with you. So slowly folding your head down. Gently let your arms and hands reach back behind you as best you can. If your shoulders are very tight, you're probably going to be feeling a lot of sensation here. And just give it one more round of breath. Nice full inhale and a full exhale. Let it go. And slowly draw your hands back down towards your hips. And relax your arms down towards the earth. Then we'll inhale your breath, lifting your spine halfway up. Reach your heart forward and bend into your left knee. We're going to press that right leg as straight as you can. Then gently begin to open your right fingertips towards the sky. Working into a nice twist here, we begin to stretch down the outer hip and down the IT band, which plays a role in the tension of the low back and the back of your hips. So we want to work into that twist, elongating through your spine, then hug your belly in. So we use the obliques to work a little deeper into the twist. Then slowly release your hand back down towards the floor, coming back to your forward fold. Then on your next inhale, we'll lift and extend your heart forward, coming back to that half lift. Then bend into the right knee, pressing the left leg as straight as you can. Then we'll slowly twist and open your left fingertips to the sky, working into that twist on the second side. Now try to press that left leg as straight as you comfortably can. You could even play around with leaning your weight into the left foot as you revolve your heart around, reaching those left fingertips high. Take one more nice big deep breath, leaning into that twist. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly release. Let your body fold, coming right back down over your legs. Now from here, stay grounded through the feet. We're going to slowly walk your hands towards the right side of your mat. Now as you reach that left hand around, see if you can simultaneously draw back on that left hip. So you give yourself a little counter stretch, reaching those left fingertips across towards the right side as you pull back on your left hip. Then slowly make your way to the second side, walking your hands over towards that left side. Then again, we pull back on the right hip. So we're reaching the side body long, getting a nice deep stretch. And slowly make your way back to center, coming back to fold your body down. Now slowly start to bend your knees, bringing your hips low. You can even come off your heels onto the balls of your feet. Tuck your chin to your chest and round yourself into a tiny little ball, tucking your chin down, round your spine. Then as you inhale your breath, we're going to ground through the heels, lift your hips, and extend fully through your spine. And as you exhale, we curl back into a little ball. So this is the movement. Slowly rounding the spine, lowering your heels, or lowering your hips to your heels as you round your back. Then we inhale and lift, extending your body long. Reach your heart forward, hug your belly in, and exhale and gently round. Tucking into a tight, tiny little ball. Then we'll slowly rise, lowering the heels as you lift your hips. Reach your heart forward, and slowly just fold your body down right here. Just coming back to that nice forward fold, and see if you find that you can fold a little bit deeper perhaps. Now plant your hands on your mat, and we're going to step back to downward facing dog. So just gently making your way back into your pose. As you open up your shape, begin to pedal out your feet, bending one knee and then the other, gently stretching into the backs of your legs. Remember that tension in the legs will contribute to pain and discomfort in your back. So don't take it for granted. We want to be sure and open up the backs of the legs to create that chain reaction of release. And when you're ready, you can soften into your pose, just breathing into that nice deep downward facing dog. Then slowly release your knees down towards the mat. Nice easy transition to your tabletop position. Now here we're going to come back into our twist, continuing to mobilize the back. So we'll inhale and reach your right fingertips to the sky, getting a nice deep rotation as you open your heart. Then exhale and we'll weave that right arm under, bringing your shoulder and your head all the way down to the mat. Now you want to press your left hand into the earth to help you rotate your left shoulder back. So we want to focus on increasing the twist, getting that maximum rotation in your spine. That's what's going to help you really access a deep and juicy twist in your back. Then you might even find that you have a little extra room to reach the right fingertips even a little further across. So let's just lean into that twist, getting a nice rotation in your spine. Then on your next inhale, we're going to press into the earth, open it all the way back up, reaching those right fingertips back up towards the sky. Then we'll exhale your breath and slowly release that right hand back down to the mat. And on your next inhale, we'll prepare for the second side. Opening the left fingertips high. So we start with an open twist, stretching in your spine. Then as you exhale your breath, we slowly weave that left arm under, bringing your shoulder and your head down to the earth. Then you want to use that right hand to help you. Pressing into the mat, we leverage into a deeper rotation in the spine, really maximizing the twist. Then you may find that you can reach those left fingertips a little further across, deepening the stretch behind your right shoulder blade. So we want to lean into that stretch, take it to the edge for one more round of breath. And when you feel complete, we'll slowly unwind, pressing against the earth. Open those left fingertips all the way back up to the sky. Then we'll exhale and gently release. Left hand back down to the mat. Then slowly start to walk your hands out in front of you, keeping your hips stacking over your heels or over your knees, hips over the knees, as you reach your fingertips forward and let your heart soften down towards the earth. So we're going to feel a nice curve in the back as you allow your chest to soften down towards the floor. Breathe into that space behind your heart as your chest softly melts down towards the earth. So you can take some big deep breaths here because this is a really big stretch and it can be kind of confronting. So we want to go slow and easy as you work your way into this deep stretch. And slowly start to walk your hands back in, pressing yourself up. You can turn the tops of your feet to the mat and reach your hips to your heels, gently finding your way into a nice, easy child's pose. As you settle into your child's pose, let's take some deep breaths into the back body. Breathe into that space behind your heart. Breathe into the space behind your kidneys, massaging your back with your breath. And we'll slowly walk your hands in towards your knees, and you can gently press yourself up to a kneeling pose. All right, so from here, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite moving exercises. So I'll kind of talk you through it briefly, and then you can begin to link the movement with your breath. So your inhale is going to happen as you bring one hand to the floor behind you and press your hips up towards the sky, reaching your free hand up and back. So that's your inhale. And as you exhale, you'll draw your hips back down to your heels, fold your body forward, going down and around to the second side. Then you'll inhale, bringing the opposite hand to the floor, lifting your hips and reaching the free hand up and back. So this is the movement. Starting from that kneeling pose, bring one hand to the floor. Inhale and lift your hips, opening your heart towards the sky. Then exhale to draw your hips back down to your heels and gently fold your body down and around. Then we inhale to rise and exhale to release down and around. So this should feel pretty good. If you're noticing any pinching sensation or any discomfort, see if you can make your movement a little bit smaller and maybe a little bit slower. Just working your way into the stretch. And we'll take a couple more rounds, moving at your own pace, linking your movement with your breath. And at the end of your last exhale here, we're all going to meet in a child's pose. But this time we're going to circle your arms alongside your body, letting your palms turn up towards the sky as you allow your shoulders to round forward. Again, we want to breathe into your back body, breathing into that space behind your heart, expanding into that space below your kidneys. Maybe you can feel your breath moving all the way down into your hips. Just feeling that freedom of breath in and out. And gently slide your hands back under your shoulders. You can press yourself back up to that kneeling pose. Then we are going to transition down to your back. So sliding your hips over to one side, you can swing your legs around in front of you. Then let yourself go ahead and roll down onto your back. And you can just start by drawing your knees to your chest. Try to bring your feet side by side so they're not crisscrossed, one on top of the other. You want to try and bring the feet side by side as you hug your knees in simultaneously. So you'll feel a gentle rounding in your spine as you hug the knees towards your chest. Take some slow, deep breaths here, and you could even rock your body side to side a little bit if that feels good to you here. Then slowly lower your feet flat to the earth, and I'll have you walk your heels in towards your sitting bones as much as you can. Then extending your arms by your sides, you're going to reach your fingertips towards your heels. Now, press your shoulder blades down into the mat so you feel your collarbones broaden. Then on your inhale, we're going to stand into the strength of your legs and lift your feet, your hips away from the floor. So standing strong in your legs, press your hips up high, feeling the strength of your back as you gently lift. Then slowly unwind, letting your spine circle back down to the floor until your hips gently land. And again, we're going to stand into the strength of your legs, curling your hips up towards the sky. Press the shoulder blades down. Press down gently through the back of your head. This helps to create a little more space to lift the hips a bit higher. Then again, we'll slowly release. Nice and easy with control, guiding your hips back down to the floor. And we'll move through this cycle one more time, slowly rolling your hips back up towards the sky. So we really want to find some power in the legs, finding stability and support and safety in the legs so that you have the power you need to find that freedom of movement in the spine. So trust your legs, trust yourself, really dig into the earth here as you press your hips up, and we'll slowly release, letting the hips circle back down to the floor, nice and easy. Then let your knees fall open to the sides, and you can bring the soles of your feet together. Take some slow, deep breaths right here. And just notice what you feel. See how much you can let your hips relax and just let your knees fall open towards the sides. Breathing deep into your belly and feeling into your hips. Then slowly fold your left knee over to the right. So we're closing the legs like a book. Now you can stay just like this. If this feels good to your body and this is relaxing and yummy, just ride this wave. Stay with it. If you'd like to get a little bit deeper twist, you can draw that left knee up towards your right shoulder. You could use your right hand to gently press that knee closer towards the earth. So this is going to give you a little bit deeper stretch into the spine as you work this twist. But again, it's totally up to you. Whatever feels good and nourishing to your body today is exactly what you should do. And wherever you find yourself in this pose, tune into your breath. See if you can deepen your breathing along the left side of your lungs and low back. Expanding through the breath as you work the twist. And slowly unwind, letting yourself circle back onto your back. Again, we can bring the soles of the feet together and your knees open wide, coming back to that reclining bound angle pose. And just notice if you feel any shifts, if anything has changed. And then when you're ready and you've given yourself a moment to observe, we can begin to fold your right knee over towards the left side, gently working your way into the twist on the second side. And then again, you have your choice. If you want to stay right here in this more gentle variation, or you can take it a little bit deeper by drawing that right knee up towards the left shoulder. And you can use your left hand on top of the knee to gently press yourself a little deeper into the twist. Now, allow yourself to be very present and really honest with yourself and with your body about what is needed today. You're not getting any special points for pushing your body too hard. Nobody is here to, give you an award or a gold star for pushing too hard. Right? This is all about learning how to listen to yourself, how to honor the boundaries that your body is sharing, learning how to listen and respect your body in the practice. So take good care. Let it feel good. Enjoy your twist. And when you're ready, you can slowly make your way back onto your back. You can bring the soles of the feet together, letting your knees open out towards the sides, coming back to that reclining bound angle pose. We want to just take a moment for observation. Notice, what do you feel? Breathing into your back, breathing into your belly. And in your own time, you can begin to extend your legs out in front of you, and then guide your arms down alongside your body. And here we are going to press up onto your forearms. So stacking your shoulders over your elbows, we want to rotate your palms down towards the floor. You can bring your legs together. We're preparing for our fish pose, a really great heart opener, great for stretching in the upper chest and upper back. So we want to press down with your forearms. So pushing into the earth allows you to begin to lift your chest and your rib cage. Roll your shoulder blades onto your back, squeezing your shoulder blades together as you lift your chest. You might even find, if you have the mobility in your back, that your hips can actually move a little closer towards your shoulders. So you have even more lift in the spine. And slowly begin to press your head back, gently opening through the front of your throat, finding that full stretch across your front body and a nice arc through the back body. And we'll gently release, rolling your spine back down to the floor. We want to roll the low back down, then the mid back, then the upper back, then the neck and the head. So taking that time to really reverse the curve, unrolling your body onto your mat. Then as you settle in, you can let your feet fall open to the sides, feeling a sense of relaxation in your legs and into your hips. Then let your shoulders drape down towards the floor as you relax through your arms, your elbows, your wrists, and your hands. Let your belly rise and fall with each deep, nourishing breath. Feeling your feet and your legs are heavy, relaxing down the length of your spine. Just take a little inventory of your body right now and notice if there's anywhere that's holding tension, if anything is clenching or feels tight. See if you can find a deeper breath and a deeper release. Sending your breath all the way down to the base of your spine. Feeling that free flow of energy moving up and down your back as you soften and melt into the earth. Take a nice, full, deep breath in, breathing all the way to the top of your lungs. Then slowly exhale all the way out, releasing through the breath. And slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, gently inviting movement back into the body. You can begin to roll your wrists and your ankles around, moving into your elbows and your knees, your hips and your shoulders, and stretch your arms over your head, just taking a nice full body stretch. You can slowly roll yourself over to one side, coming from a nice side lying position. Slowly press yourself into a seat. And let yourself settle into that nice, comfortable seat. You can keep your eyes closed, staying present with yourself and with your breath and your body. Just taking this moment to reflect on your practice. Notice how you feel. And give gratitude for your breath and for your body. And thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to guide you in this practice. And of course, don't forget to check out the YogaV community, where you can find your favorite Yoga TX videos ad-free. Thank you so much for joining me. All the details are below, and I look forward to seeing you soon.